it's really cool to see them in a set, and you know, we get a pack of Velociraptor.
Blue, stand down. Hey, hey! What did I just say? Delta, I see you. Back up. Good. Good.
YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review. Today we're taking a look at a Jurassic World figure set, the Velociraptor Squadron. And I figured I'd do all four at one time because they're basically a repaint of two different figures. I found these toys at my local Toys R Us here in Greenwood, Indiana, south side of Indianapolis. And they had the entire wave. Yesterday was a nice truck haul from the factory, I guess, because we got a lot of new Jurassic World toys and a lot of new Transformer toys. And I've never seen the full Raptor squad. The only one I've seen in the stores was Blue. But they actually had the other three Raptors, which I was very excited. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and pick them all up. And I figured I'd go ahead and review them all at one time. Now, these are not that cheap to get individually like this. They're about $15.99 a piece, which, I mean, that's 60 bucks right there. You can get the full set of Raptors from Target. They've got an exclusive set that is, I think, $35 for all four of them. However, they are different. They're all this mold right here, and they do not have the electronics. So it's kind of hit or miss. Do you want the ones with the electronics and different molds, or do you want the full set? So I went ahead and opted for the individual Raptors. Even though it was a little bit more money, I think it was a little bit cooler in the long run. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at each individual Raptor and kind of, you know, take a look at the differences on their gimmicks, their paint jobs, their boxes, all that kind of stuff, and just work through them. So let's go ahead and start off with Blue. Alright, and here we have Velociraptor Blue in package. Blue, of course, is the beta female of the pack from the Jurassic World film. She's kind of the leader of the group, and spoiler alert, she's the one that kind of comes and helps and saves them at the end of the movie. So she's kind of the cool one of the film. Yeah, so this is definitely an interesting piece. The Raptors, this is my first time getting my hands on all of them. She does have a play gimmick where you pull the tail down, it will move her arms. She's got dino damage. She does have electronic sounds. It's an open face box, obviously. It's got the little echo there. Jurassic World logo. Dinosaur, this is how you use it. The only thing that bugs me really is her mouth does not open and close. And that's on two of the molds. And I'll show that off when we get to the other ones. But yeah, so definitely pretty cool. Kind of a close-up. There she is. Logos. How it works. Blue. Side of the package has a Jurassic World logo. How to use stuff. Here are the other figures that you can buy, which I'm surprised doesn't have the other Raptors on it. Here's the back of the package. We got a picture of Blue here. She's giving off her call. The dino damage, it lights up. Clawing action. It's got a little tiny write-up. If you want to read that, you can pause and do so. There it is. So yeah, pretty darn cool. And here we have Velociraptor Charlie in package. A different mold from Blue, which I really, really do like. And to be honest, I think I like this mold just looking at it off the cuff a little bit better. She's got a little bit different gimmick. It's in the same box that Blue comes in. Jurassic World, T-Rex. Here's how you work the little gimmick. When you push her tail down, her mouth does open and close, which I really, really do like, and it shows her kind of yelling there. It's got her name down at the bottom. It's the same as the others. It's got a different, because this is actually from a different wave, it shows the other two dinos, and I think it's Chomping Jaws T-Rex. Here is the back of Charlie's package. Again, it's basically the same thing. Here's the dino. If you push down on the tail, she's got the calling gimmick. She's got the dino damage. She also has a write-up, which I believe is the same, but if you want to pause and read Charlie's, you can definitely do so. But yeah, basically same box, little different packaging, different mold. I think this is the better mold, you know, on the first take of looking at them for the Raptors. Next up, we've got Velociraptor Delta. So yeah, she is actually the same mold as Charlie. She's got the gimmick where her mouth opens and closes when you push the tail. Same box, nothing new here. We just have Charlie up here. Hit the button, we got her name. Everything else is exactly the same. Here and here, she's got basically the same little, hey, these are all the figures in this wave as Charlie. Here's the back of Delta's packaging. Again, about the same thing. We got a different picture, though, of her versus Charlie. And, yep, she's got the squealy sound. She's got dino damage. Her little write-up, exactly the same as the others that it looks so far. So, yeah, all pretty much the same. Same mold, different paint job. The best mold. And finally, here we have Velociraptor Echo in package. She is the same mold as Blue. And, you know, it's kind of nice that they mixed up 2 and 2, so we get a repaint of a different mold. Personally, I'd rather either have gone with the one mold, or I would like a mold for all 4. But, you know, it is what it is. Here she is in package. Again, you push the tail down, her arms move, she makes the noise. Dino damage, she looks kind of pale compared to the others when you look at her individually. Again, Jurassic World, there she is. I really like that image there. T-Rex, Velociraptor Echo. Again, it's all the same stuff. And then she's got the wave that this just came out with. And then here's the back of the package. Again, picture the dino. She's making the noise. She's got dino damage. And of course, I believe it is the same write-up as all of the other Raptors. So yeah, there they are, the Velociraptors in package. Let's go ahead and get these bad girls out of box and see what we think. Alright, so here we have all 4 of the Velociraptors out of package, and these things suck trying to get to stand up. I was able to get 3 out of 4 to successfully stand on their own. I'm still messing with Echo here. She does not want to stand up to save her life. Blue was kind of hard to get into position, as was, it was this Delta, I think. Yes, Delta. She was kind of hard in there. This one stood up perfect out of the box. And I wish they were all like that. Their feet are so small. That's probably my biggest gripe about the figures, is getting them to stand, and that's very, very unfortunate. But once you do get them up into a pose, they actually look really, really cool in a pack. I am digging that. So what we're going to do is take a look at each individual dinosaur, look at the detail, look at the gimmicks. Before we actually look at the figures, just to kind of show this, each figure came with its own instructions, with its own individual name, which I do like. That's pretty cool. But the thing is, they're all blue, and these things are all different colors, and there's nothing on the figure to indicate which one is which, unless you memorize which color which raptor is. I wish they would have put their name or something on the bottom of the foot. That would have been kind of cool, but I'm probably going to have to keep the boxes so I know which raptor is which. Alright, so here we have Blue, the matriarch of the Velociraptor pack, and Yeah, I love the look of the figure. While this is I want to say it's my least favorite mold of the two different molds, I like the sculpt. I really like that look. I mean, that looks very Velociraptor-like to me, which is very cool. And I say that tongue-in-cheek because a Velociraptor in Jurassic Park is not the same as in real life. They were a lot smaller in real life. But back to unreality. So, looking at it, I really like the paint detail on this. I like the wrinkles, the kind of dark greenish color over the lighter green. We got the Jurassic World logo. There's a nice light green undertone on the belly. We got the stripes on the tail, which looks nice. The detail on the forearms looks cool. The eye looks super, super sick. Of course, we got the little claw down on the toe. I mean, overall, this is a really well done looking dinosaur figure. I am liking her a lot. Definitely cool, definitely fierce looking. And of course, she has her gimmick when you pull the tail down. Very cool. Makes the noise from the movie. Push the button. Love it. That is pretty cool. And the funny thing is, they've got the small kids ones, the kind of rescue bot style Velociraptors make the same noise, and it's really creepy, but they're very cute. So just kind of looking at the detail. Oh man, this thing is sick looking. They did a good job with this, and the dino damage there, very, very cool. Paint detail, superb. I mean, they did a phenomenal job. Definitely digging her. She's one of my favorites. Yeah, I know. Just on the paint apps, and I love the sculpt of it and the look. I just wish that jaw moved. That's my biggest gripe. And you know, it's this one, the arms move, and that's the gimmick. So there she is, Blue. And here we have Charlie. She is the other mold of the Velociraptor pack, which is pretty cool. Now, I like the fact that this one has the gimmick where the mouth moves. However, the pose is nowhere near as dynamic as the other dinosaur. So Blue has the better looking body sculpt, I think. This one just a little bit bigger looking than Blue, which is kind of weird, and just, I don't know, just doesn't look the same. This looks more like the raptors in the first Jurassic Park than Blue does. Blue looks a lot more updated than this one, but definitely cool. She's kind of more of a green color. She's got tiger stripes all the way down her back, which is different. We've got the JW here. There's a darker green undertone, or a bluish green undertone on her than we see on Blue, who's got a very kind of tan looking undertone. But yeah, she looks pretty cool too. Definitely different. I like how all the figures have a different paint job on them. So here's her gimmick. So I like the chomp. She's got a different sound there. And she's got the different roar. So definitely cool. She's got the different roar. But yeah, I mean, she looks more like the raptors we saw in the first film, I think. I don't know if it's the color or the sculpt or what the deal is with it. But still well painted. I like the stripes all the way down the back. Definitely fun. Definitely different. I appreciate the different color, and I appreciate the fact she stands the best out of all four of them. I wish they were all like that. These tiny little feet, not doing it for me at all. Next up, we have Delta, who is a repaint of Charlie. She is brown. In fact, she is pretty much very similar paint scheme to Charlie, except for her head looks a little bit different. She's got the tiger stripes down the back, just like Charlie did. She's brown, kind of a grayish-green stripe, and then she's got some grayish-green up on her snout, and then it's coming back over to her eyes, which kind of differentiate her from Charlie as far as the pattern goes. Again, she looks more like the raptor from the first Jurassic Park film than the newer ones. Again, I don't know if that's just the coloring or if it's the sculpt. I really think it's the sculpt. The teeth are not as pronounced as blue, I noticed on this mold. And it's got the dino damage, same gimmick, same sounds, different paint job. So it's good. I like it. It's definitely neat. I like the snout there. That looks good. Got the Jurassic World, dino damage, the stripes all the way down. So yeah, I mean, they did a good job with the figure. It's just a brown version of Charlie, so definitely cool. And finally, here we have Echo. And if you haven't gathered yet, all the names, or most of the names of the Velociraptors are military codes. So Charlie, Delta, Echo, you know, that's C, D, and E, which is kind of cute, kind of fun. Blue stands out a little bit, but she would have been Beta, and she's the Beta female, so I can see why they went with blue. Any rate, I actually almost got this one to stand on its own. I'm going to have to take a hair dryer and I think manipulate the legs a little to get her to stand. She just does not want to stand at all, which is kind of a disappointment. Her color scheme, completely different from the others. She is a very light colored brown, almost a mustard-like color, and she's got some lighter stripes going down her back, and then she's got a lighter bit up underneath. She is the same mold as Blue, which I do like. I think that's a good-looking color for this mold, and unlike the others, just like Blue, her teeth are a bit more pronounced, which I do like. Her gimmick, her arms move. Unfortunately, her jaws do not. You know, it's kind of funny. I was thinking the other mold I was liking better, but the more I look at the figures and handle them, I think I like this sculpt a little bit better. The necks, I think it's the neck that does it for me there. So her gimmick. And then dino damage. So yeah, pretty cool. She's kind of more of a traditional textbook colored dinosaur, which may or may not be accurate. Who knows? She's got these stripes going down, looking kind of cool. The dino damage up underneath. And then here's the other side. So yeah, definitely cool. I like the design of them. I like the fact that they make the sounds. I think that's definitely a must for the Raptors. For size comparison, here we have the Velociraptor pack surrounding a Chomping Jaws T-Rex, and they're way out of scale. These things should be about as big, or factually, technically, they should be smaller than this guy's head. But, I mean, they look pretty good together. They're definitely smaller than the T-Rex. They're just out of scale, which is unfortunate, but you couldn't get the detail in the toy. I do like the way they look. I think it'll make a nice addition to the dinosaur shelf, but definitely kind of interesting to see them all around the Chomping Jaws T-Rex. And here we have the Velociraptor pack with the Indominus Rex from the Versus set with the gyrosphere. Way out of scale. This thing is probably not much bigger than the Raptors themselves. There is another Indominus Rex that you can get that's got the light and sounds. It's a lot bigger. However, it's not as good a sculpt, I don't think. And it's kind of interesting. And if you haven't seen the movie, again, spoilers, I mean, this thing is part Velociraptor. So looking at them, I mean, you can kind of see where they get the T-Rex slash Raptor mix in there, which is definitely pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking the Raptors, like with Blue and Echo, I think those sculpts are still a little bit better than this one. Here we have the Velociraptor pack with the Mosasaurus. Again, way out of scale. This thing was stupid huge in the Jurassic World film, which was way out of line for reality. Much like these things are way too big to be Velociraptors. They should only be about 3 feet. They're closer to 6 feet in the film. This thing was like, I think, a couple 100 feet long. In reality, this reptile should have been about the size of the skull of what we've seen in the film, but it made for a really good movie. Regardless, this thing should be like twice as big as my reviewing scale, but kind of interesting to see them all together, especially since he should be in water. And finally, here we have the Velociraptor pack with my favorite dinosaur out of the Jurassic World toy line, the Stegoceratops, which unfortunately was not in the movie, and I was really disappointed in that. I love the concept of this figure. It looks great, it's got great detail, and hopefully it'll be in the second one because I really like it. I don't know if this was supposed to be in the movie and they scrapped it for time or for budget reasons or whatnot, or the fact they wanted to tease the hybrid dinosaur a little bit more, but I really wish this was in there. But yeah, this is probably, again, well, definitely totally out of scale. This thing should actually be pretty huge, but they only made the smaller version of it. Maybe it's a baby. They're going after the baby. They're pack hunters, right? So definitely kind of cool. I would love to see Velociraptors go after this hybrid dinosaur. I think that would be amazingly fun. So are the Velociraptors figures you want in your Jurassic World collection? Yeah, they are. However, you may or may not need all of them. If you're a Jurassic World completist, I would say yes. You definitely want all 4 of them to complete your collection. Personally, I'm a huge dinosaur nut, and you know, the whole theory of Velociraptors being pack hunters. I like the fact we've got a full set of raptors, different raptors, to put into a set. I think that is really cool. But if you just want a Velociraptor or two maybe to put into the collection, I would definitely say go with Blue, as she's the main raptor in the movie, and I really do like her sculpt, even though her mouth doesn't open and close. And then, you know, I would either pick up Charlie or Delta, one of the two, to get the one with the open and closed mouth, just to make it look a little bit different. Not necessarily need all 4, but they're definitely cool together. Now, I will say, standing the figures, you know, as I said through the video, their feet are so tiny. I got 3 out of 4 to stand perfectly fine. Poor little Echo, I still got to find her balance point. But once you get the legs into the proper stance, you're good to go with it. Just leave them there, put them on the shelf, you're good to go. So overall, I really do like them. I think they make a great addition to the Jurassic World set. And I believe the 3 here are the final figures out of the line. I don't know, I guess we'll see. But there they are, Blue, Delta, Charlie, and Echo, the Jurassic World Velociraptors. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And as always, look for more videos in the future.